replying to people.
Well, all right, we're getting a raid right now.
All right.
They're immediately getting sent out.
Well,
Faraday, thank you for the raid.
I mean, we could talk.
Yeah, welcome in everybody. We we're getting ready to end and raid you. um
So
hope
how goes it? How goes it? How was your stream?
Yeah, how was Cyberpunk? How'd that go?
Oh, you're
We
playing Cyberpunk?
we
Oh
can
boy.
we can stay on and chat. Cyberpunk, from what I understand, is in like a No Man's Sky type state where it had a very rough start, but it seems to be at a pretty decent spot right now. It's been looking pretty good. Really enjoying it. That's good. Bernard's playing on the hardest difficulty.
Like a true Giga Chad.
Yeah, the only difficulty, as Ryuji says.
Yes, that is correct. Ryuji is correct. If Planoa had hard difficulty unlocked from the start, would have been playing on hard, but unfortunately it did not.
Yeah, I wish
Guys,
more games would have the hardest difficulty unlocked from the start.
Guys, if people are here, like actively watching and not lurking, have you heard of or played Klonoa? Because let me tell you, it just got remade, and you should buy it. Dude, this is like unicorn propaganda, except I care even more this time.
Klonoa 1 and 2 packaged into one.
For not $60.
It's gotten a lot better. Played it since release, and yeah, I remember there was a way. I think it was an item duping glitch, but then also, or no, you didn't even need to dupe items. If you filled every spot of your inventory, you could crash the game by going one over. And so you could just keep on buying like the cheapest thing to fill your inventory. Something like that. I remember that being a big like day one problem. Day one problem. Day one
Wasn't there a
exploit.
ton of wasn't there a ton of problems with cutscenes in that game?
Cutscenes and a lot of things not loading properly. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember cutscenes being like one of the biggest issues.
I think like in I think I had seen a clip of like the one of the starting cutscenes where you're in a car with someone and the car just wasn't loaded. Plays pretty smooth. And you said you don't have it on ultra settings. You said you can run it on ultra settings, but you can't likely run it and stream. So you've got it like on high, I think you said. I did see you crash earlier today when we were playing. Yeah. If your save was over 8 gigabytes, it would permanently corrupt your save. That is so weird.
Yeah, so if you wave dash into it, because if you're towards the end of your dash, you'll get it back. But you can't. Yeah, you can't. Just random lore nobody cares about. But you can't do it from the grounded state because your dash doesn't last long enough. Unless nope, never mind. Lied. Just lied. You just gotta turn around super late. Alright, well there you go, guys. You can do a reverse extended right here. Cool. Ooh, dude, mixing up the free run? That's a hard ultra.
I don't think it's quite enough to get ultra.
Well, it's pretty close.
Oh, dude, gotta do a wall boost right at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. I don't think it's possible to get around the... Yeah, no, you can't get any further than that.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth, you know, making sure your computer's gonna not explode from what you do. Oh, that's right. I've got what? Wait, it didn't slow-mo.
Oh, they patched it.
No. What if I turn it off and on again? Emote wheel. Okay. Let's turn it back on. Oh, okay. Forgot there's that many. Let's turn that bad boy back on. No, they patched it. Oh, that's a... Wait. Dude, it still wants to do it. I can use it to, like, stop myself temporarily.
When it brings it up. Yeah, I bet you they... excuse me. I bet you they patched that out because of that.
I can flutter. Yeah, so to kind of explain what this is for those coming in that don't know. You first off, if you haven't played Celeste, play Celeste. Fantastic game. It's on sale literally all the time. Sometimes it goes free. I don't know if they do that anymore.
I could... No, the only time it was free was when I got it.
It was free 2 or 3 different times, I think.
Really?
Because you got it when it was free on Epic, right?
Yeah.
But it's been free on a couple other platforms as well, I believe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it's on sale in all your regularly scheduled sale times. Fantastic game. And then on top of that, the modding community is incredible. There's a ton of different maps. I'm gonna quit out real quick to show. Let's turn the map just to show like what this has. I mean, this is Grandmaster Lobby. This is the difficulty 5 of 5 for this mod. However, it's got the other 4 difficulties, starting with beginner, then intermediate, advanced, and expert.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you look at my timer, I've gotten let's just say 110 hours to round it off, and probably I'd say 80 of those hours or so, because it probably took about 30 for some other modded stuff and some other general stuff. But about 80 or so of those hours are all just playing Spring Collab because that's how good and how big the mod is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just so much content in this. I have more hours on my file than Blizzard, but I was helping hand on testing a different mod for the game that is still currently in the works, nearing its completion. Though there's no release date on when that'll be coming out, but it's basically the successor to Spring Collab here. This was just a huge collaboration with so many people in the community, and the sequel to it, Strawberry Jam, just absolutely insane how many people work on it. So really cool stuff. Difficulty levels for like, I mean, it's for all skill levels. Like this, you need a lot of high difficulty tech with the levels we're tackling now. But if we started playing these levels from like, if we went to these levels before any of the other lobbies, there's no way. I don't think we would have figured out what to do even.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't think for this difficulty. I feel like we probably could have skipped to a lot of stuff in, like, the advanced. Like, I feel like we could have probably tackled advanced almost immediately.
Yeah.
And we probably could have tackled most of expert without going to the gym, which is a thing at the start of every lobby that teaches you the tech that will be used.
Yeah. That's a huge part.
We could have tackled most of expert without using the gym, but then after that, we would have legitimately needed to be taught some tech because we just didn't know it existed.
But even then, like, knowing the tech is one thing, but then having the experience and, like, being able to look at a screen and know, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do here and path everything.
Right, yeah. like knowing what to do would be an issue, and then also executing would take way way longer.
Yeah, and these are already like hour and a half to 2 hour long levels at this point. It's it's a lot of content, but you know, in the gyms that Blizzard mentioned, it each lobby starts with a gym where you can learn all the tech that they expect you to know, and you get like a demonstration of how to do it, a description on how to do it, and you get as many tries as you want to practice until you're confident enough to take on the levels. Um, which, to be fair, uh, expert lobby taught us something that I don't think we used. Did I well, we never had to use Theovaders.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
We only need to use like the five time bunny hop like once. Was that expert or was that grandmaster?
The 5-time bunny hop.
Yeah, just like being able to bunny hop multiple times to like save your speed.
I don't remember. I don't remember the tech, and I don't remember
No.
using it and where I would use it or where it came from. So it shows you that we didn't use it.
Yeah.
I can't stop yawning. I've got 50,000 points. You want to give him a speed run?
No, you're good. You can hold on to those points until Monday.
So Monday, in which I will then use the points.
In which I will, you know, make it to where you won't be punishing me with the points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, because if I still end up punishing you, you think you know, but you don't know.
See, in my brain, the punishment you'd be thinking of is one of two things. One is SM64 16 star. The other is would be something to do with Super Meat Boy, but I don't know if you would go there.
You're incorrect on both.
Okay.
I won't say you're fully incorrect,
70 star.
but you're incorrect. I'm also not gonna tell you which one was incorrect. Sometimes I think of mysterious things.
Man.
Point it. Listen. Just play Sonic, man.
I
Just play
will.
Sonic. It's an
I will.
easy solution. Because I'm telling you, like 16 star. That's a meme. 16 star is way too like. That's not painful enough.
No, I know. I know.
For like how long you've made people wait. Like I
Oh
would
man.
actually give you a game in a category that is like genuinely would take you. I don't even know. I guess you could technically decline it.
SM74 Chaos Edition.
That actually isn't a bad idea.
That would get shot down. There's no doubt about it.
Well, yeah, no, that's the thing. I can't give you a challenge run. I have to give you a speed run. But I want to give you a speed run that is so difficult to even complete at a base level that. But here's the thing. I'm meeting your requirements, but the difficulty of the speed run is so hard. It's actually a super short speed run. But the difficulty bar is very high.
It's Paper Mario 10 Golden Pigs. Oh, wait. What if it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, any percent?
You got it, dude.
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, any percent. That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow, that's
Hey, Vam.
real.
Have you not seen this stuff about Forbidden Memories?
I
You've
have
never
not.
saved Egypt?
I have not.
The game just like it's very RNG based with like farming for the right cards to be able to tackle the end game. And
Right.
then the end game you have to win like 4 hard duels in a row. Or if you mess up the order of things, you could get stuck having to do 5 duels in a row.
I could give you a shiny Pokemon speedrun. This you gotta
first,
find a shiny.
first try. It's not gonna be like your Weasel.
Oh man.
Oh, what's the other like random challenge? It's gonna be Mario Party 3 minigame island on very hard.
Oh man, that would be something. Yeah.
Or was that minigame
you're-
coaster? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's just I'm meeting the requirements. It's just the speed run would be. Okay. I'll tell you this. I've actually tried this before, and given up because the tech itself to complete the run at a base level was too hard.
Really?
Yeah. So once again, I mean, you could probably just deny the run, but that would be so boring.
The base level tech was
Like
too hard
have to
for
do complete
Blizzard.
speed run. Yeah.
What?
And no, I can't give that away. Never mind.
Unicorn?
Unicorn beat my time with the
Yeah.
snow jump.
Unicorn get world record. Or sub 6, I guess you would go with.
I thought about doing that, but I'm still holding out that one day you'll maybe come back to it, because getting sub 6 would be too hard of a thing to give you for a redemption, because then that would just take forever.
That would take
Switch out
forever.
controller.
I tried. I was playing it the other day to see if that one app was like tracking time with it, and I was playing with keyboard and mouse. Man, that is impossible. There is no way. If I could, I'm telling you, if there was a way to play with the
camera always behind the character.
no, if I could play with my left hand on the controller and my right hand on the mouse, I would. Like if I could
Right.
remap the controls to where like
The jump
left
is-
trigger was jump or something, and like left bumper was spin.
You could do that. What mouse do you have?
The G. Is it
Okay, it
256?
doesn't matter. It's
With
it's
yeah.
Logitech.
Yeah,
Okay, well you want jump on the. What do you want on the mouse? Just aiming.
just aiming. Yeah,
Okay, that would be tough.
yeah. I would
say,
need
'cause
to
You would at least need.
something that can remap the controller.
I'm sure that exists though.
It probably does. Or
It
even
just will
then,
give it input lag.
even then, I could technically do that, right? Just movement on the controller. Like all I need the controller for is the left stick movement, and then the mouse has the
Right.
rest of the controls.
Right, I was thinking about that.
I don't know. That'd be interesting to test out.
I feel like at that point it's just Lord keyboard mouse.
See, I can't do WASD. My brain does not work with WASD.
You know, that actually might not work because the game would be switching between controller and
And that's what I'm kind of worried about. I don't know if it does. Actually, you know what? Hold up. I'm loading up Unicorn right now to see what happens. I can do that through Steam? Oh, it's not a Steam game though.
Well, you can launch it through Steam, I guess, technically.
Does controller remapping on Steam
Only
work?
work with a Steam game. Listen, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Let's see. Dude, it totally works. Wait, oh. Okay, so I would just need to
Like
remap
3
jump.
seconds.
I just need to remap jump. But that totally works. That would be my strat. Like, literally the only problem with playing mouse and keyboard is having to use, like, 3 fingers to think about directions rather than 1 is too much for me. Like, I'd rather use 1 finger to determine what direction I'm going. Cool. And then I just need to like switch my right hand to, what is it, B and then A for the end, which I think you do.
Yeah,
You have a
I
controller for
switched
that.
the controller fully for the end, so you could just play like normal.
Cool. So unicorn is a thing I can possibly do. Well, not for like a redemption. That
Yeah, just play unicorn. Like honestly, if you think you can get used to that, then play unicorn. I think it'd be really hard to get used to, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I think it'll be hard to get used to as well, but I think it'll be easier than mouse and keyboard fully. But I don't know. That there was a point in time where I was like, well, I can't play at that level of unicorn anymore.
yeah.
And
You,
so now
you
there's a
controller is
possibility.
incapable. Well,
Controller is capable, okay? It's just
controller is not capable.
it's a handicap.
Yeah, controller has been proven capable, but it's like doing outdated strats for something you found newer and more consistent, like by tenfold. So
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be.
But just know, I'll be looking forward. You know, Monday I'll be on vacation, but
It was okay.
you
So
know,
it was.
if it's late enough in the night, I might be able to catch the stream.
It was supposed to be this past Monday that I was going to be playing Sonic, but you know, something out of my control happened, which was my room was 100 degrees on the inside.
Right.
And for, you know, I hope people would find that as a reasonable reason not to be sitting down and streaming in it for
You
4
shouldn't
hours.
be sitting down and streaming for 4 hours in your current room, because I know
What do
it's
you
at
mean?
least above 80 right now.
It is 79 degrees. This is like really
That's
nice.
Not okay.
What do you
That's
mean?
not
This
okay.
feels
It
nice.
literally, dude, I literally have my AC on in my room, and we keep the house at 71.
71? Are you wearing a hoodie?
No,
You're not?
You are crazy. You are crazy.
Dude, how are
say
you?
Our house is too warm.
People
Most people I know keep their thermostat at 68.
you know are crazy. 68. No, we have our AC
I
on
think
set to like
68 is a bit
70.
too cold.
I think we have our AC set to 78.
You are. That is just. I can't even.
Depending on the day, like if it's a humid day, I'd prefer to have it at like 75, 76, right?
Dude,
If it's not humid,
are you
70,
dude,
78
that's
is
the temperature
fine.
I set my hot tub, dude. Dude. Yes,
You
guys.
talking
He
about?
has his room is 79 right now, and they set their. Okay, that's too cold. 65 is too cold.
65
But,
is cold.
68 is like, all right, I'll accept it, but if you, I prefer it to be at 70 and 71. Like that's the room temperature.
Dude, that
Now,
is
outside can be warmer because it's outside, but dude, like outside warmer as in like, dude, outside I don't even want it to be 79 outside. I want it to be like 75 outside.
See, so for those that don't know, I work remote. I work from my room. The week shows that it's like only supposed to get in the 80s once this week. And I'm like, yes, I might be able to wear a shirt during work.
Okay. Dude, oh my gosh.
If it's like in the 80s, if it's in the 80s outside, chances are it's getting into the 90s in my room.
That's ridiculous. 64, 65 is great for that. That's true.
Great for sleep, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know that I'd go that cold. I'd probably go like 60, 67, 68.
Honestly, as long as it's cold enough for me to
Put a blanket on.
yeah, put a blanket on
Yep.
and not overheat in the night.
Right. Because it is scientifically proven that if you are hot, you have a worse sleep condition. But I also, you know, if I don't have the blanket on, there will be monsters. They'll attack me. It's just the way the world works. I don't, you know,
Yeah.
I don't make the rules.
Yeah,
So-
monsters only attack, you know, when it's hot out
Well-
and you don't have a blanket.
Dude, that's exactly it. Dude, if it's hot out and you don't have a blanket, it's freaking over. Run.
Dude, yeah, if you're like sleeping over at someone's house and they don't offer you a blanket, there's gonna be problems. Honestly, though, there are nights where I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need a blanket if I'm at a friend's house, and then it's like, I'm freezing. What's going on?
Dude, how do you play like this? Holy crap.
Are you playing? Are you on controller right now?
Dude, I'm trying to...
Dude, you're using D-pad at least, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
You're on an Xbox controller, right?
Yeah.
What? How do you go down? It's not working.
You click the down on the. What do you mean?
Dude, my thumb doesn't cover that much ground.
Your thumb should be in the middle of the D-pad, right?
Yeah, and then if I hit right, then I don't have any room to get it down that's down right.
What?
I need another finger. It's not working. Frick.
Dude, it's gonna be a challenge to get back up there. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, here we go.
Dude, I'm trying to get an extend.
Oh, that's right.
Little over
Oh,
21 and still check for monsters before turning out the lights. Hey, I get it.
I always check the shower curtain every time I go in.
Do you really? I didn't even think about that.
Always. Okay, almost always. I'm gonna be honest. Some days I'm so tired that I don't care.
We usually
But any day I'm like
leave.
mildly awake.
We usually leave the shower curtain like half open so it can air dry.
See, that's smart. I don't know why, but like the moment I like the frame I get out of the shower, and I leave the bathroom. My mom's like, "Just close the shower curtain." Like, yes.
That's
'Cause she
the
really does not like it open.
All right.
So.
All right. Does anyone actually is leaving the toilet seat up? Like, is that actually a thing people do?
It's a cringe thing, but yeah,
I
I used to leave it up.
Like, I don't know if I've ever actually seen someone do that.
No, that's kind of like I feel like that's actually fairly common for me to see. I actually feel like I see less people that close it.
Dang. I'd imagine there's probably if it is a common thing then I'd imagine it's more common for people to put it down if they have a
Okay.
pet.
Okay. If, no, I just lost my train of thought. No.
If chat if.
Yeah, chat. What was I gonna say? Oh my gosh. If if nobody's in the bathroom, is the door required to be open? Because it should be. If nobody's in the bathroom, that
The door
should
should be
wide
open.
And if somebody's in the bathroom, the door should be closed. Well,
Absolutely.
obviously,
Well, I
you
would
know what
hope so.
mean.
Yes.
Because-
Yes, don't close the
Okay.
door if nobody's in there because then you don't know if someone is in there or not.
Right, and then I'm gonna exactly. My one of my buddies closes the door on his way out from the bathroom, and they do that in his house. And I'm like,
So,
why?
All right, so
What's the point?
we do that in the mornings now because if no one's with the dog, sometimes she goes into the bathroom and goes through the garbage. So we will close the doors in the morning when no one's like able to be with her or even just like be present near her. Everyone's either asleep or working or something. But yeah,
That's
absolutely.
unless it stinks, that's the one time you want to leave the door wide open.
Well, no, well, yeah. Unless if you have a window, then you close the door, let the window air it out. But even
I
then,
would just open the door. I honestly, I don't care that much. It's not like
I don't think we've ever had it to where the stench from the bathroom gets out of the bathroom.
okay, no, we have. But that's because the bathroom. Okay, the bathroom. My bathroom is in like a kind of a mini central point in the house. So you kind of pass by the bathroom as you. The bathroom is at the conjunction between, and I don't know how to describe it. My house doesn't have a lot of doors. It's very open. Like everything connects to itself.
Yeah, every room shares the same door, and it just kind of like you have to choose which room closes.
I don't know how to explain it. So like, we used to have a different floor for the kitchen and the dining room, but now they're both the same. But so it's basically you walk in, it's the kitchen and dining room, and it's completely open, right?
Mm-hmm.
the kitchen / dining room leads to the bathroom, my stairs to go up to my room, and the living room all in one like little area, basically. And there's no door. It's just, yeah, it's very hard. Well, okay, the bathroom has a door, but the living room just transitions. Like the floor just changes, basically.
Okay.
It's just completely open, and then the staircase is like part of the wall for the living room in a sense. And then the bathroom is right at the bottom of the staircase. So right at the bottom of my staircase. So if I'm coming down from my room, if somebody stunk up the bathroom, I will know. Like, but it doesn't permeate like throughout the house or anything.
Mhm.
It's just like right outside of it. But at the same time, I still think it's easier just to like spray some Febreze and then open the door, and then it'll be gone in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I get that. Everly, for the toilet part, I was talking both. I know it's probably more common for people to leave just the seat down than it is having, or
Okay,
yeah,
both up. People leaving both up, I've never heard of.
yeah.
I meant just leaving up the lid, and the
Yeah.
normal seat is down. That
And
was
now,
understandable.
so like, if you're a household of only women, I can understand leaving the top the lid up, because you really don't need it, right? Like if you're always gonna have the one seat down,
What the well,
then why put it up? Or what? Wait, no. Why put? Why
wait,
cut? I don't,
you're making no sense.
dude. I'm getting myself mixed up.
No, because the lid still serves the same purpose. It's just nice to have there.
I
If you're a
agree.
household of only women, put the lid down, please. If you're a
I-
household of only
I would-
men, only women, please,
I-
just put the lid
I
lid
agree.
down.
I think the lid should always be down unless you're using.
Like, I don't even know what that argument was.
I don't know. Like I can understand the situation, right? And I've also.
Like, that just made no sense.
It's like I understand if this were the situation why the lid is up. Don't think you've ever used a toilet lid? Like
Well, I mean,
you've never just like sat on the toilet with the lid down. What if you just need, you don't have to go to the bathroom, but you just need to take a seat?
It's so funny how stupid that sounds, but yet I do that. I do that almost every single time before I get in the shower.
Or like you've got a
I'm taking like my socks or my shirt off. A lot of times I'll just sit down on the toilet.
you have chairs for that? Hey, you have chairs in the bathroom? Hello?
Yeah, I don't have chairs in the bathroom.
Um, Or like you have a cabinet behind the toilet, and you know, cabinets behind toilets are always like just barely too tall, right? So you have to use the toilet seat as like a step to actually redecorate. So it's a common
It sounds
thing.
so stupid just to sit on the toilet with the lid down, but I do that like all the freaking time. And
Just,
I'm just thinking
yeah.
about how useless it is 90% of the time. You know what I sit on the toilet for? I know exactly what I sit on the toilet for. When I cut my nails, we leave the nail clippers that the family uses below the sink. So when I cut my nails, I get out the little garbage can that we have in the bathroom.
Mhm.
I bring it out so that it's under me, so that I'm cutting my nails in the garbage can.
Then
and
put
I
your
sit
heel on the
right-
lid.
No, I just sit straight up on the toilet while I'm cutting my nails. But but with the lid down.
Oh yeah. It's very funny asking like, do you ever sit on the toilet with the lid down?
But yes, I do. Yeah, how big is like man, imagine.
I think Everly meant that like they would go to a different room and sit in the chair.
Yeah, that or they meant like their like shower like seat or something.
Oh, do you actually have a
Like,
chair in the
hold on.
bathroom?
Do you actually have like a legit chair in the bathroom?
I mean, I guess I've been in bathrooms before that are, you know, large enough to have a chair. I just don't know, like, it seems very weird as decoration to have a chair in a bathroom, because it's like, okay, well, are you expecting two people in the bathroom and one person is the other person sitting like across from the toilet staring at you?
Listen, if you're a household of only women, why put the lid down? I mean, come on.
Okay, I can understand that. I, I've definitely been in situations where like I'm checking the crack underneath the door to see if the light's on. Like, and sometimes it's really hard because sometimes it's like, okay, is that the light or is that the light coming in from the window? I can't tell. It's like very similar. And then you hear like a single drop of water and like, I know someone's in there now. I can walk away.
No, I just look for the light, and if I don't see the light, then I knock.
So I've transitioned out of normally I knock, right? But sometimes no. You can't.
You're killing me.
You gotta let me finish.
You're just setting yourself up, though. Like, come on, you can't start with that, man.
Most of the
Alright,
time
yeah.
I knock, okay? But sometimes I will turn the handle very loudly and then wait a couple seconds and then open the door. Because if someone hears the handle, right,
Passive
they
aggressive.
know.
No, don't give me a heart attack like that. Listen, if I'm ever in the bathroom and you don't know, you better knock, dude. If you freaking start turning the handle, I will. Well,
You'll start panicking.
I was gonna say I would crap myself, but I'm on the toilet, so I guess that would work out. I would just be very scared.
No, yeah, I've never, so there's never actually been someone in the bathroom when I've done this strat. So I don't know how well it works, but I'm waiting to find out. Wow, I think we talked about this like either last week or like a few weeks ago when unless we were talking about it off stream. One time I was at a track meet of mine.
Oh,
And-
yeah, this was off stream, I think.
And a common thing, you know, you want to go and run like a warm up, and for people who don't run regularly, you may wonder like, why are you running for a warm up to then run? You just want your muscles like warm. You want your body, you know, warmed up, so you're not, your body's not still tight when you run the race. So I'm going out for my warm up. My race is coming up, and I left a little early because I was like, I gotta take it down. So I run my warm up out to like the furthest porta potty there is in this area. And of course, while I'm going, door's locked. Some guy, another runner, is like pulling on the door, and I'm like, in here. I'm here. Don't open. And he keeps pulling and pulls the lock out. Like, he pulls so hard, the door opened, and I'm like, dude, what? And then he closes it. He's like, sorry. And then closes the door and probably goes find another part. Like, who does that? Like, stretching before a workout. Exactly. I'm still really bad at stretching before workouts and stretching after, to be honest. I've never been good at remembering to stretch. Even then, like, stretching before a workout is supposed to be, is it dynamic? Which ones, you want like active movements. You don't want just like the put your arm across your body and hold. That's more for after a workout. You want like running with high knees for a few seconds or something. You want like active movement to stretch before a workout.
Don't worry, I don't know what you're talking about.
I've got a
I think the one thing I kind of definitely have a grasp on in that sense is like, if you're a house. I tried so hard.
You
Dude,
tried.
I kept stalling what I was saying, like adding fluff to the sentence because I couldn't.
really,
stop.
really trying to transition there.
Yeah, I was just like, I can't do it without smiling. All right, I'm ready. I just couldn't do it.
Oh man. Try to stretch daily. Oh, your job is okay. My old job was I had to pretty much always be on my feet. But I I did start in like the last few months of it to start like getting to work a few minutes early, or there was never anything to do in the first few minutes. I would end up like stretching for the first few minutes of every day just
Right.
to be loose. Now I sit all day and I need
It's so
to
equally a problem.
yeah. I
Sit on
I
the toilet seat with the lid down all day. You should get you should get like a toilet seat chair.
I'm not doing
Do
that.
they make those?
Like a chair that goes over your toilet.
Toilet chair. No, just like one that looks like a chair.
I
Oh no, okay, there's
100% there's got to be something like that. I remember hearing about a story about a poo themed restaurant where
That's disgusting.
where actually all the seats were toilets, and there was an incident where a kid actually used that seat toilet, and you know, obviously these toilets are not hooked up with any plumbing.
My goodness. Here, check this out. Home Depot is selling this for $48. I'm not joking.
I need to stretch more. I absolutely do. I am not flexible. Why? That doesn't look comfortable at all.
It's legit. No, like legitimately, this is worth maybe $3. That is a bag. That is a bag with like a. I could. I
The
could cut
frame of
hole-
a chair.
I could actually get a plastic. I could get like one of those plastic chairs with like the bungee type. You know what I'm talking about, like the bungee type seating,
Um,
where like the seating's made out of a bunch of like sideways bands of like something that's like kind of stretchy.
yes. Yeah.
Cut out the middle of that and get a mini trash bin and put a Walmart bag in it, and that's that. what
Well,
they're
okay,
selling.
it looks like this
$50.
has like a foam ring as well for the seat. But still, like, you could make that easily.
Yeah, no, this is just like that's.
You said that
50
was
bucks.
$50, man. Yeah, stretching, I've never been flexible. Except after a run. I've been able to touch my toes after a good run. Some people can just touch their toes normally. My brother,
Yeah, no,
my
I
older
can't.
brother, can put his full palm. Like, he can touch his wrist to the floor, and I don't even think he needs to stretch to do that.
I even like there was a point, you know, where like I did basketball stretches every single day for years, and then towards the end of my basketball seasons, of my time in high school, we started working out during the season, and both of those things, even trying to do those stretches every single day, I wasn't that bad at most of the stretches, but I could never touch my toes. I could never touch my toes.
It's a hard thing. So then okay, I assume you had like the fitness challenge thing in high school. And flexibility.
I did not have the fitness grand pacer test or whatever. It's
Oh,
called.
dang, you didn't have the
I know.
pacer? Dude, the pacer was the best thing ever. Unless you hated the pacer, then it was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, like
But you
I
didn't have
can-
like a sit and reach type test?
in elementary school, I remember we did something like that, but that was so long ago that I remember literally nothing about it because how was I remember anything from elementary school? You know, in gym classes in my middle and high school, it was mostly just playing. It was mostly just like recess, but more organized.
Okay.
We did like one time where we did like a running check for like over a course of like a week or something. It was like every single day we did this like run around the street and stuff, and like try to compare times and stuff like that. But other than that,
Mhm.
there was never like a. We were supposed to have like a thing at the end of the year. It was like, how many push-ups can you do? How many sit-ups can you do?
Yep.
Versus the start of the year. And then we just never did the end of the year test. I remember, like, check
Did you guys
thing.
do like a mile run?
No, we just ran around the block of our school.
Dang.
It was timed, I think.
Even
Yeah, Everly, like, I can't touch my toes, but I can put my foot behind my head.
you can?
Yeah.
Can you put both feet behind your head?
No, maybe, not anymore. Probably, considering I'm trying to put 1 foot behind my head right now and it's already a challenge.
Okay.
But I know I used to be able to.
My feet would absolutely, well, my leg would probably cramp up if I tried. But I have tried, and I'm not flexible enough to do that.
The hard part about that is, in my opinion, is the core. It hurts my core to do that.
For me, I don't think my leg rotates enough. But my but my shoulders have apparently large sockets. And so there's a lot of motions that I can do with my arms that a lot of people can't do. However, I'm not.
Can you do that weird thing where you put your hands on a desk and then your elbows go the other way?
Huh? All right, I'm gonna stand up and try. What are you explaining?
So when
put
you
your-
put your like
Hands
when you
facing
put-
away from me?
no hands
Facing towards me.
pointing out,
Pointing
Pointing
out.
out.
Okay, I can do that.
right?
And
Are
then,
your elbows the normal way?
I mean, I can have my elbows facing me, or like,
Your elbows are facing the opposite direction of your fingers.
not normally. Normally, they just face to the side.
Okay, that's still like more out.
But I can,
right?
like-
It's not in. It's not in.
It's not in. I can have them
It's
in
not-
if I want.
What?
That's not.
Not straight. Not straight. Not pulling them in is to make your arms straight. I mean, put them the other way.
No, yeah. Here, let me take a picture and show you what I'm doing. And it's my tattoo arm, so you can you can tell like which part of the arm is where. There's no way this is. I can't imagine this is something that most people can't do. I'm not double jointed, funnily enough. I just have a loose.
Your elbow isn't really forwards though. It's just straight. Maybe I'd have to see it in real
Well,
life.
like, so in that situation, my elbow is facing me, where my fingers are facing away from me. Is that what you were explaining?
No, I'm saying both your
The
fingers
other way.
and your elbows are facing the same direction.
Okay. I can show you, like, how far I can get it, but I don't think I get it all the way. I can take the picture, like, straight in Discord, right?
That is wild. I don't know if it's double jointed or not. I just had a friend who, when he put his hands, it was very disgusting to me watching him put his hands on a desk and his elbows just go the wrong way. Yeah, your hand is just straight. Your arm is just straight.
Yeah,
I
so,
can do
like,
that.
Like, in that picture, my elbow is about even with where my pinky is going. So, I can't rotate it all the way, but I can rotate it that way. Yeah, I'm not double jointed as far as I know. However, I did have, I think I had an injury in high school that was probably just from like repeated stress when I was bench pressing, and I realized that my left arm just could not, like, it kept giving out in the shoulder. And over the years, I started having more and more issues to where then I went to therapy just to like help strengthen the shoulder.
Right.
And I think I had an X-ray when they pointed out that it's a lot of the issues came from my shoulder kind of rolling out of the socket because of how loose it was in there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Double-
Well, it's coming up on.
Oh, yeah, go
What?
on.
I was just say it's coming up on 1 a.m. So I think I'm gonna have to cut our conversation now. We did talk like we said we were going to.
Yeah, no, we were able to get looks like about 30 minutes of that. Didn't waste the raid.
Right. I mean, educational all around.
Yeah.
You know, if
Yeah,
you're,
if you're
household of only women, toilet, get rid of it. It doesn't matter.
Mhm. Yeah, that's not what I said at all.
Literally, yeah, well, but that's what you were implying.
No, you don't need the lid to the toilet. I mean,
You do need
No,
the
you
lid.
no, because no. Technically the lid is not needed. Now, for
Okay, but wait, but okay, a household of only men. Why do you need the lid?
well, if you're a household of only men, you don't need the lid either. Honestly, the lid is completely useless, right?
But
See, you
yes,
need
but
the seat to like
okay. The
it.
lid is fundamentally useless, but the household of only women thing associated with it makes no sense. Also, the lid is useful because not only can I sit on it, but also it just makes it less disgusting to not see the water when I come
It's clean water.
in.
What's
But it,
disgusting about clean water?
it feels okay. But you don't leave the lid up, do you?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
But I
Why?
still look at the water. Like I still see the water.
But wait, you said you don't leave the lid up, right?
No, I close the lid.
Right. Why?
Because okay, so for like hygiene
See what
purposes.
I mean?
No. I was getting there. All right. So like for hygiene purposes, the lid. We all know like toilets splash a lot that you can't see and whatnot. Hygiene wise, like it's not clean to have the toilet seat open. So for that reason, I close the lid, and it's just like proper manners, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I
But
mean. It's just
if the
to
lid
me.
didn't exist, the only issue there is the hygiene. Like, what if there was a wall between your toilet, like a tiny wall separator thing between your toilet and your sink and like your toothbrushes and all that stuff, right? To where you didn't have that hygiene issue. Then you wouldn't
I
need a lid.
guess. I still, to me, I mean, it is clean water, but something about it just is disgusting to see it sitting out like that.
That's
For
also
that
a
hygiene
thing where I'm
purpose.
like, I was actually, this was actually in a podcast that I was listening to the other week. Why do we use clean water to, you know, for toilets, right? Like it isn't because of
Yeah,
how much of an issue
yeah,
some
but
places have getting clean water for like drinking water, yet we use so much clean water for toilets.
That's a whole other conversation. I'm too
Yeah.
tired for this.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at you being afraid of clean water.
Yeah, and if you're a household of only women, lid doesn't matter. But if you're men, put
Yeah.
that lid on.
No, well, if you're so all right. Like why
I'm
why
gonna
aren't
go
to-
Ben.
all right, yeah, I'll continue this with chat for a bit longer.
Guys, I'll see you later. Have fun.
Thanks
Your
for
household of
joining,
only
listener.
women.
I think he left like mid sentence. Um, does clean water cause problems with the pipes? I assumed like as long as it's water, like as long as it's water that isn't uh like stinky, right? Would it cause issues? Because I mean, when you flush the water, it's like dirty water, right? But it still has to go through a ton of pipes before it gets to the sewer and all that stuff. So those pipes are fine with the unclean water. I assume. I'm not a plumber. Do not take my advice with any piping situations. But the other thing I was thinking was like, why is the toilet seat, why is the base toilet size not just a little thicker, so you don't need the toilet seat? You just have the lid. Like if you make it like a softer, I don't know, I guess the problem with that is that it's porcelain and it's like cold and not as like it's not as soft to sit on maybe. Unclean water can carry gases back. Ooh. I can understand that. I could kind of see that. trying to think of if there's any parts of this conversation that I missed that I wanted to bring up. Not much. I think we covered pretty much all sides of the toilet. I wonder, like, what is the optimal bathroom per person to bathroom ratio in a house? Like, how many people should each bathroom be attributed to? At what point do you add another bathroom to your house, or search for a house with an additional bathroom? I've lived in the same house my entire life. It's 2 bathrooms, done pretty well. 2 bathrooms, 6 people. So that's 3 people per bathroom. Sometimes it's caused issues, right? Sometimes there's been situations where, one person's showering, another person's in the other bathroom, and you gotta go, right? Depends on the size, but you think 2 per bathroom is optimal, 3 can work. I can see that. I'd kind of agree with the 2 per bathroom. 2 bathrooms for at least 4 or 5. So going for like a 2, kind of 2.5 people per bathroom. I don't know. I'm sure some families are like to the point where it's like, okay, if someone's showering, like, another person's good to use the toilet. Like, if someone's in the shower. I typically lock the door if I'm showering, though. That's another thing. I can't remember if that was on stream or just off stream chatting with Blizzard. Situations where you lock the door of the bathroom. For the clean water. 1, it's aesthetically pleasing. 2, no smell. 3, easier to configure if everything is just clean water. 4, safer for pets. That's true. That actually, okay, I didn't even think about the pet situation. Because even if you have the lid down, there's a situation where the pet could still somehow get to the water, and you would want that water to be safe for them. So that could absolutely just alone knock out that whole discussion. That's true. I did not think about that. Knew someone with 12 different biological siblings. You'd hate having to figure out the bathrooms for them. You'd have to have like a schedule. Absolutely. You have a schedule of like, all right, you've got to fill out when you want the bathroom. Schedule at least 10 minutes in advance. There's absolutely a schedule for the showers, no doubt. I can't think of any other way other than having it planned. Like, okay, 2 bathrooms, 12 kids. So 6 per bathroom. I would say don't switch which bathroom. It's so weird when things are like, okay, on this day, these people have this bathroom. On this other day, you're in bathroom 2, like a school schedule is. No, you stick to the same bathroom. You have the same order, or I don't know, maybe you change the order. Someone would probably think it's unfair if you keep the same order, but you could always go oldest gets priority. It's the easiest way to do things. I guess that's it. Yeah, the thing with the pipes is like it depends on how the water is dirty, I guess. Because if the water is still just as efficient, if it's dirty and still just as efficient at transporting, whatever happens to be going through the toilet, then I don't know if that, like, as long as it doesn't change anything with how the toilet would clog, then I don't know if that would be as much of an issue. But yeah, like for locking the bathroom, right? If I'm going pee, I don't lock it. But if I'm going poop, I'm gonna lock it. Or if we have a guest at the house, or if I'm at someone else's house, I always lock it. That's usually like my strategy. And if I'm showering, I'll lock it. I feel like it's just not worth the step of locking it if it's just my family in the house and I'm going to pee. It seems like it's just an extra step that's not needed. I can always just, like, if someone walks in on me, I can take a step to the side to, like, block the view. Usually don't close the door for a piss. Interesting strategy. That's bold. I don't know if I'd be willing to go that far. Do you turn the light on? Sometimes if you've got like if you've got a window in the bathroom, sometimes like the sunlight is enough to light it up, right? But if you're not closing the door, do you turn the light on regardless, just to let other people know? So it doesn't just look, or do you just try and go as loud as possible to give a warning? Anyone in earshot range knows not to come in. That could be the play. I'd probably say both. You never know. You can hear it. Well, that's good. That's good. That's probably a worthwhile endeavor. It's good that they'd be able to hear that. That was fun. Sigma male piss strategies. Asserting dominance in the household. Oh, so another thing. I'll actually close the door when I'm brushing my teeth. I don't know if that's weird or not. I don't know. I just like privacy while I'm brushing. Is that weird? I guess it could give off like the wrong idea. Like, what if someone needs to go to the bathroom? And then it's like, okay, well, I'm taking away their option, even though it's like, technically, I guess I don't need to be brushing in the bathroom. I just need to finish the brushing in the bathroom, right? Guess it could be done in a kitchen sink, too. I don't know. You do that also? Yeah, and so that's the thing, too. If no one's home, I'll still close the door on the bathroom. I don't know if it's just like keep I don't think it's the muscle memory. Like I can even think in my head like I don't need to close the door, but I'll do it anyway. I don't know if I'm like I need to constantly train my brain. Gotta make sure that there's never an instance where people are home and I don't close the door. So to make sure that doesn't happen, I will close the door even when I don't need to. If I lived alone, maybe I just, just to have that feeling of freedom, leave the door open. If I live alone, I could see myself doing that. That's true too. Yeah. Yeah, with the sink usually being on the door side of the bathroom. That does give more room. However, okay, so I it's another thing. Um and I don't do this all the time, but sometimes if I'm brushing my teeth, I'll start pacing back and forth in the bathroom. And I find I pace back and forth a lot in certain situations. Like if I'm on a non-work call in my bedroom, I'll pace back and forth while I'm talking. Even if I'm on really anywhere that if it's not a work call, I'm usually pacing back and forth while doing it. I don't know if I just I like having like some form of movement. I don't like sitting down as much, and it might have to do with having run for like 4 years straight, that I just like having that kind of movement. You do that if you're in deep thought. Everly, you also pace well on the phone. Deep thought. Yeah, yeah, I think I do that as well. If I'm really, I mean, if I'm thinking about something like say like when I was having issues with something in Twitch Plays Minesweeper, chances are I'm not getting out of my chair to like pace back and forth to figure out why my code isn't working. I'm still gonna sit in the chair. But if I'm standing up, or if I'm not like actively at my computer, if I was some of the code I was writing like on my lunch break at work, I would absolutely be pacing back and forth, holding my notebook, being like, why is this not working? Or I would sometimes I was able to get into a room with a whiteboard, and so I would physically draw out. So I would I had debug messages so I could see what was going on before it broke. And so I wrote down the entire debug message in my notebook. And then when I got to work and I got on my lunch break, I drew on the whiteboard the entire Minesweeper board and basically drew a picture of what the debug was telling me was happening so I could figure out what was going on. And I was probably pacing back and forth the entire time. You were pacing while we were talking? Oh, that's right. You've got like a really long cord for your headset. You have that luxury. I have to stay close to the computer. Maybe I should invest in like a really long corded headset so that I could pace around while we chat. It's not that useful, but you get to pace around. It pays off right there. But what if it didn't get super tangled? In that one instance, it didn't get tangled? Worth it. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a... Is it just comforting to pace around, or is it... Like, am I getting too antsy? Like, I gotta walk. Get a Bluetooth set. See, that's what my coworker has. And I've thought about that. I have thought about it. Too much energy and get stressed during phone calls. Yeah. Even when it's not a stressful phone call, it's almost just like the action of it, like having to answer the phone. It's just like, what could they possibly want? What are they gonna say? Even if you start the call, what are they gonna say? I'm trying to think if we ever paced when we were at the meetup, Blizzard. Was there any pacing during that? I bet I was. I bet we were pacing when we were waiting for the arm wrestling tournament. I bet I was pacing while watching. Ooh. Throwing a little foam Nerf basketball. That does sound pretty nice. Yeah, I guess it's kind of similar to like a almost like a fidget uh, device. Pacing while other people had their Smash matches. I can see that. So this is a thing that I saw Happy's brother doing that I do all the time. If I'm not pacing and I have to stand still for something and I don't actively need to be doing something, chances are I will put one of my feet on the other legs around like the knee or thigh and just balance on one leg. Because then I have like an armrest, right? If you don't have anything to lean on, like you've got your leg now as an armrest. But I don't know why. Wouldn't it be easier to stand on 2 feet? Yet I choose to like balance. You should try it. If you don't do that and you're thinking like, Meta, you're crazy, try it. It's just weird. No, I swear it makes sense. You don't even need to be balancing on like your dominant leg. Most of the time, I'm balancing on my non-dominant leg, which is just as dominant but not as coordinated, if that makes sense. My left leg is just as strong, but because it doesn't have the coordination, my right leg is the dominant one. Hey, Ego. Welcome in. Having a rough night? Oh no. Is everything all right? Hmm. That's never fun. Hopefully, I assume it was a situation while driving. Oh. Yeah, I don't... They really just pull you over nothing. Hey, you're not from around here. Yeah, so what? It's not illegal. I'm allowed to be from out of state. What? That is so strange. Yeah, Everly, that's exactly what I do. Flamingo, the flamingo pose. Very versatile. You get an armrest. Like you can rest one arm on your hip. You can rest the other arm on the leg that's being flamingoed up. Never done an IRL idle animation that has anything to do with standing on one leg. So you won't cross your legs while you're standing up and like put one. Hold on, I need to stand up to like know how to describe it. Like you'll never. Okay, so I'm standing on my left leg, right? And I'm putting my right leg behind it and kind of hooking the foot around and just having it rest like on the side of my foot. So I'm still only on my left leg, but my right leg is almost like resting on the heel in a way, if that makes sense. It's not as comfy. You don't get an armrest that way. Or like sometimes I'll put like my right heel on my left foot's toe. Like I'll just kind of like if I'm standing still for a while, like I'm gonna be messing with my shoes while they're on, or whatever. You do that sometimes. There we go. We got him. The heel stuff is the heel stuff is weird. I can understand that part. Accelerate before the sign. So basically just not going to like a full stop at a stop sign, which literally everyone does that. Like who doesn't if there's people or like someone on a bike, sure, I'll go at like a complete stop. Or if there's someone in front of me or if there's other cars around, I'll go at a complete stop. But if it's just me at a stop sign, I'm stopping enough, right? I'm stopping to where when I start going again, I feel that jolt to let me know. I was driving my brother's vehicle the other day, and I was paying attention because he's got like a digital thing for the speedometer. So I was paying attention to see like how much do I stop? Like how fast am I still going? I'm still going like 3 miles an hour. But that's not gonna no issues are gonna be caused by me going 3 miles an hour before I start going again at a stoplight. I don't know. It's weird. Some people are very excessive with it. Like some people tap the brakes and then go. I'm trusting that's not what you did, Ego. I'm sure you did. You stopped as much as everyone else stops. Got pulled over one time over that, but they were looking for a drug bust. See, there's certain situations. If I know there's a cop in an area, I will do a full stop. Or if I'm doing a driver's test, right? Everyone's gonna do like a full stop. They're gonna look both ways if you're in a driver's test. If I'm at a stop sign in real life, though, I can keep my head facing straight. I can move my eyes left and right. I don't need to turn my head. But if you're in a driver's test, you gotta turn your head. You gotta like make them know you're looking both ways. The old California roll. Yeah. Running red lights? No. I've never run a red light. I've run a stop sign before on accident. But it's not my fault someone put a tree in front of the stop sign. Oh, okay. It was a change in speed from 45 to 55. So, alright. This is actually something that I feel like is not explained at all. When does a speed limit sign take effect? Does it take effect as soon as you can see it? Or as soon as you pass it? Like, is the speed zone... Where does that speed zone start? I feel like that's not even explained. I don't remember being taught anything about... I remember you follow what the speed limit says. Except you really go like 5 to 10 miles over. But they don't tell you that part. I didn't tell you that part. You didn't hear that from me. But, you know, if I can see the speed limit sign from here, that's telling me the new speed limit is this. To my eyes, I can see, like, if I'm that far away from a speed limit sign, if I can read it, I'm not using a microscope to see that thing. Or not microscope, a telescope. Like I don't have a telescope to see that. I can see it with my bare naked eye. I should be able to go that speed. You have to be up to speed by the time you get there. See, don't I don't think that's actually what they want you to do. In the books, it's at the sign. Oh, yeah, it could vary depending on the state. I didn't think about that. You know, because why have general laws based on a necessary part of our country's infrastructure? Let's just make our own things. One state's law is going to be like, okay, yes, the speed limit says 25, but in our state specifically, all speed limits are actually 5 miles lower than what the sign says. So if we catch you going 25 in a 25, you're getting pulled over because you need to be going 20. So I assume a state could do that, technically. Blizzard, I'm telling you, don't go 25 in a 25. They'll catch you for it. Yep. It's for the tickets, for the money. The ability to turn right on red depends on the state. I thought that depended on... Are there states that just outright like outlaw that? Because here it depends on the intersection. There's certain... there'll be a sign telling you if you can't turn right. Or like certain intersections where you can't turn left. What is it? You can only turn left when the specific arrow for turning left is green. But if the arrow, but it has like a specific green, yellow, red for that arrow. I did not know there were some states that just completely prohibit that. See, that's one of those things where it's like, okay, why is this this is a thing just so you can pull people over from out of state because they don't know that's a law. That's absolutely the only reason something like that would exist. Sure, it could be like, chances are it's a safer thing to do to never turn on red. But if you don't have a sign at every intersection telling me I can't turn on red, I'm going to assume I can turn on red. And they know that. They 100% know that. But you know, why think about the people when you're making laws? Or, I guess they are thinking about it. Maybe they're not thinking about the people. They're thinking about the people's wallet. They don't want your wallet to be too heavy, you know? They're looking out for you. You should research road laws of each state you visit. I guess. Like, I guess that's a thing for just like general laws. You should probably know the laws of the state you're going to visit. Like if someone I'll use it. This is the only thing I can think of as an example. Like a concealed carry type thing. Like that would be one thing where it's like, well, if you plan on doing that, then you should probably know if that state allows it. I don't see why you would do that. It's a whole nother discussion now. Some states don't require a rear license plate or the other way. Interesting. I know some cars just don't have room for like a front license plate. But I guess in most of those situations I see them having it in the windshield. Yeah, you'll sometimes have like the cop that'll be like, "Oh, you're out of state. It makes sense that you didn't know. Yada yada. I'll let you go this time." But then you'll have the ones who are, they're waiting. They're expecting that you don't know. They're like, "Okay, this is the first turn inside of our border. I'm gonna get everybody coming in. Everyone's gonna turn on red. I'm gonna get every single one of them. I'm gonna be halfway through a ticket, and someone else is gonna do it, and I'm gonna leave your car, and I'm gonna get that other person too." All right. I just realized I probably should have like left the game so that I'm not just racking up the hours on my modded file. Let me see actually what else I have. This is my first playthrough. Collected everything except I haven't gotten all the gold berries. This is my PB speed run. That I think I've submitted it. I probably submitted it. I think that was on stream actually, way back when. Oh, continue's gonna. I can't look at the levels. Need more hours? No. The game's already tracking. Hold on, let me let's see, how many hours total do I have in this game? Because I've also played it on Xbox. So let me see what the tracked hours for that are. Loading. Here we go. Celeste on Steam is 303 hours. Am I able to see the other? Here we go. Celeste on Xbox is 20 hours, 35 minutes. So 320 hours. Just a few. Yeah, I've given a negative review on the game at about 200 hours. Just when you see those like, time of review, 800 hours, current hours in game, 2,000, that's, yeah, I've downvoted the game, don't worry. Actually, this is one of like the only games I've reviewed on Steam. But very good game. If you haven't played it, play it. It is one game that I'm like, even if you aren't good at platformers, even if you don't think you can beat it, you can beat it. This is a game you can beat. No doubt about it. Even has... Can I actually access those from here? Maybe it's in file. Let me... Oh, okay, it was there. You can turn on... I can actually do that on like a separate file to show it. If you don't... If you don't think you can beat it with the default stuff, there is assist mode. And it explains the different things about assist mode. Skip the starting cutscene. We'll go into here. Oh, I can't dash. That's right. Assist settings. You can slow down the game down to 50%. So that slows the game down. That can help with certain sections. And I mean, even if you have it at 90%, like you're still getting like as much difficulty out of it as you want, right? Infinite stamina on. Stamina is definitely one of those harder mechanics. Some parts get pretty hard to do. Air dashes, because I don't have it, because I can't dash right now. That's just like how many dashes you can do. Dash assist, I actually don't know what dash assist does. And then invincibility, obviously, where you can you get crushed? Hold on. Oh, that's neat. So I guess that's how invincibility works. You can't get crushed. I believe you can still fall. No, you can't. Okay. Wow, that's actually really cool. It just bounces you up. That is kind of neat. I'm assuming you can't sneak under anywhere. Also in this, you can skip the cutscene here if you never face Granny. One of those weird things. You need to be like within the certain area and be facing forward. So if you're never touching the ground while facing forward, you don't trigger the cutscene. I assume you can just trigger it. Yeah. And then you've got... Let's see, does resetting that... Okay, so that resets that. Extended variance, I believe, is basically the opposite. Instead of moving the stats backwards, you can extend the stats. Stuck on a platforming part in Soldiers. I've heard good things about Soldiers. I've got to try that out. Oh, so you can actually adjust things. So like I can turn gravity off. Probably not the best thing for this area. Battling chasers everywhere? Hold up. Hold up. Do I get to set how many? Was that chaser count? 10 chasers everywhere. Delay, okay. Battling bosses everywhere. Really? So what's this room gonna look like? Oh, it hasn't lasered yet. I'm actually gonna move around with this. This actually seems really fun. What is this? Assist skip. Okay, so if you're even if you're still struggling, you can just skip a level. Which I'm gonna use that. So you can have access. That's really neat. Let's see, I'll mess with some of the other settings first, too. Whoa, battling is right there. But what if? Madeline is a silhouette. I've actually never seen that one. Dash trail all the time. Neat. Madeline has a... You could have a ponytail? We're turning that on. You can have... Show how many dashes you have. That's actually a really neat thing you can have. Display speedometer. Horizontal, vertical, both. I'm interested what those are. You can turn off the backpack. Yeah, Blizzard. I never knew that was a thing. You could just have a ponytail. This is base game. Hold on, I'm turning off this silhouette so we can see the ponytail. You could do upside down. I've got to do more challenge runs with this game. I've still got to do... I want to beat this game with... Where is it? Oh, is it? Where is... I thought it'd be in this one. Is it gameplay tweaks? Madeline is always invisible. Oh, it used to be invisible while moving. They must have changed it. Everything is underwater. Hiccups? I am never doing hiccups. All strawberries are golden. Force duck on ground? What are these options? Variant randomizer? Yeah, this is... Extended variance is base game, I'm pretty sure. Right? Maybe it's not. Maybe... I'm pretty sure these are base game. Oh shoot, I have invincibility turned on? Yeah, let me turn that off. Make sure all of that's default and turn speedometer off. Check the Xbox. I can't actually. Yeah, let me turn that on real quick. Extended variance may be a mod. I think there is just a regular variance we can actually... Oh, do I not have it installed? It's like it's not a big game, right? That should install pretty quick. While that's installing, I'll switch back to PC. Clicked out of the game. There we go. All right, I'm gonna die instantly. Dang, that's a really long ponytail. Oh man. Oh man, this could be tough. Night Blizzard. No, my Xbox version is just base game. Oh shoot. Okay, I can keep my dash that way. I don't think I need to kill the Madeline. There's no battling on this screen. Ah! Oh, shoot. Should actually be able to use battle in here. Oh, okay, that's not good. I actually need to do it this way. Unless... Haha! There we go. Trying to remember, like, the speed strats for each room. Ooh. This is gonna be a tough one. She's even in this room. Doesn't even show in the recently installed list. That's weird. Let's see. Let's see what options are in variants in here. I'm surprised they still have it show as Matt Makes Games. Since their studio is now known as, I think, like, Exceptionally Okay Games. Syncing data. Yep, there's my file there. Okay, so it's gonna be variant mode, which I don't think I turned on for the PC one. Game speed down to 50, up to 160, so these are different. Mirror mode, 360-degree dashing. I don't have dashing enabled yet. Invisible motion, this is the one. So as long as you're standing still, you can be seen, but if you're moving, you're invisible. But you still have, you can see the little light on the rocks there. That's all you really have to work off of. I wanna do a run of beating the game like this. Because I've done up until I've beaten the game like this because I think Blizzard and I raced it off stream. think it was off stream. And then I decided to try and do some of Chapter 9 and got maybe halfway through. Chapter 9 being the DLC. So here, we'll see what it looks like. What the first level looks like. Invisible now. No, it doesn't seem like it has like the ponytail. No grabbing, low friction, super dashing. I don't know what that one is. Hiccups are still there. Other self. This is another one. You can be battling. Did I still leave no dashing on? Hello? Yeah, dashes. Air dash is default. Maybe I need to reset the controller thing. There we go. All about trying to tell where that bubble is. Kind of the same thing. There we go. I didn't reset my dash. I did the same thing. Oh, waited too long. Oh, thought I jumped up. Oh, I thought I was over the spring. Dang. Just barely not. I need that dash. Wow, that did that without grabbing the block. This distance is hard to tell how far out I need to be. We'll do it the normal way. There we go. Alright. And back Back to PC. Extended variants, kind of cool. Kind of cool stuff in here. Let's see what else. What other movement things? Disable wall jumping, disable climb jumping. Oh, there was every jump is an ultra. I don't know how that one works. Disable jumping. Let's see how that one goes. Jump count 0. Interesting, you can increase coyote time. Coyote time is... Yeah, I mean, it describes it there. Basically, when you walk off of a ledge, it's the ability to step off the ledge a bit before it fully stops you from being able to jump. It's a really good mechanic to have because it lets you, like, it lets the player still feel like they got something even if they might have clicked just a little too late. Yeah, it's based off of Wile E. Coyote being able, you know, like the floor falls and he's still like in the air. Intended for teleport mode tasks, leaving office recommended otherwise. Okay. Disable climbing up or down. Ooh, that would be an interesting one. It's so weird not being able to jump. Okay, I can wall jump. I just can't jump off the ground. Wait, I forgot right there that I can wall jump. This would be an interesting challenge. I don't think I can reach it. Yeah. So I've got to do this. Can I jump out of those? I can't. I think you need to use that. Well, I guess you could go down here. Do you have to use the strawberry room here? Oh wait, no, that's, you're not supposed to go through that. Trying to keep my dash. Alright, maybe it is something on this side that I can do. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I didn't turn on override, so this is just gonna be the one. Oh shoot. The strats. I'm surprised I got that first try. I need to get rid of this battling so I can fight battling. Oh, that's not the play. No. Kind of just hoping for a good pattern. That is not the good pattern. Oh. Good. I'll take lasers. You're kidding. Oh no, that's bad. Alright. The random pattern gave me no attacks. And now the others are back. Neat. Oh, wait, that's not the end of the chapter. I forgot. All right. That's gonna be the end. Who are we going to? Seems like the person I was gonna raid went offline not too long ago. That's unfortunate. Everyone, thanks for watching. I will likely be back tomorrow with Elden Ring co-op with Positron Plays in the Nerdy Dad. And then hopefully throughout the week with Sonic Adventure 2. Hopefully some Pacifist Elden Ring as well, if I can get it in. But yeah, thanks for watching and have a good night. Later.